What's happening, people? And once again, welcome back to youtube.com/CubCamTV for this, another edition of CubReacts requested today. It is Sunday. I hope everyone is feeling good. I hope we've all had a good week. We're going to be getting into this one, the sounds of Veeiye featuring a Laycon. It goes by the name Enter My Head. This one's been very heavily requested on the channel and also on the live streams we've been doing as well. So I thought, you know what, let's dive into this one today. As always, I hope you're all feeling well. If you are new to the channel, please make sure you are hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all of that good stuff. We're trying to hit 16k by Christmas, and we can definitely do it with your help, so please do get involved. As always, with the requested series, please make sure to get your requests in via the comment section down below. We do read every single comment, and we are making an effort to get round to do every single request that has come up so far. So without further ado, let's jump into this one. The sounds of Veeiye, who we have reacted to once before on the channel. This one goes by the name Enter My Head, featuring Laycon. The drums are nice. Kind of Eastern kind of tint to them.
Only one leader. I fuck that shit up, then I light up a reefer.
It's interesting, man. It sounds very UK influenced, this one. I think the way that Veeiye comes at this almost reminds me of almost like a Steph London or a Miss Banks or someone in that kind of bracket who kind of utilizes different world influences in the way that they actually use their performance factor. Again, a really clean vocal, very smooth, very kind of delicate vocal tones, which works really nicely. I'm loving the drums on this. Again, very sort of North African combined with almost to an extent kind of like an Indian sort of sound in the way those sort of tablas and certain percussive sounds are being used very, very heavily. Really nice start on this one.
Number one pleaser, I'm on my bossy shit. Real niggas wanna handle it. I get dough, then I flip that quick. If you don't like me, you can suck my...
Yo, these days, man, damn wanna come close, but I stand on 10 toes, suck son, man.
Instrumental on this is wicked.
These days, some women wanna turn foes, but I got flows.
Yeah, the arrangement's great, man. I'm liking the sort of differentiation between both of the vocals. Veeiye coming with a very delicate, as I said before, quite mellow style of vocal, then Laycon arriving with, again, a mellow approach, but a lot more sort of intensity with a rap verse. Again, I'm loving the instrumental. There's so much going on in the low end, so many sort of bassy pulses and sort of big drum sounds, and then obviously on top of that you've got these really nice sort of atmospheric vocal lines which are kind of floating around the top end of the tune as well. Overall, this one, the arrangement's really clean, man. I'm loving the direction on it, and again, the video looks really good as well.
Hey, all hands on deck. See, I never pick a fight cause my hands full. Now I'm the type to say walk out to you haters with a high five. Pepe never rest, attacking good on the take five. I see this, oh, I see this, oh. Woo. Nobody thought he want to expect.
This is catchy, man. Again, I can understand why this one's been so heavily requested on the channel. We actually did a video on Veeiye for the Ones to Watch series, and obviously that series that we're running it quite sporadically, but it's when we clock someone who we think is about to blow up or someone who soon will essentially be making major moves off the back of that tune. The next tune, we've seen this one from Veeiye, and what are we on? In just over a week. Well, I think it's 9 days this one came out ago. This is already on 623k, so she is in the process of basically blowing up off this, and obviously off the catalogue as well. She's already quite established, but this is one that's kind of pushed her forward significantly. Again, I really like the back and forth. I like the sort of harmonising on the vocal for the hook as well, and again, really like the drums, man. There's a lot of power in the layout. I'm so excited to see where this one ends up. The back and forth on the vocals is great. And just listen, there's so much, there's so many frequencies being manipulated in the low end of the mix for this one. It's kind of crazy just how much is actually going on. You've got these big kind of tabla-like percussive drums. You've got a bass line down there as well. You've got kick drums in there as well. And all of them seem to have their own space within the frequency sort of spectrum without them overlapping. Again, that's a crazy piece of production skill to be able to get that together in the way that that's been done. And again, catchy hook, really like the layout. I like the fact they both kind of go over the top of each other as well and kind of give us this almost call and respond style harmony, which works really nicely. The direction on this one's great, man. I can see why it's been as popular as it has been so quickly.
As my whole life gone to show, and I dey shy, go. I hope say no enter my head.
when the factory's done, will they still want me here? Or will I still be scared of this?
Yo, see, I no go lie, me, I came prepared. I was hustling for days, facing all my fears.
Cause I don't know who's got my back, so I keep my defense, make them no comment.
This back and forth is sick, man. Again, it's something that I'm surprised doesn't get utilized more often, just in music around the world in general. The idea of kind of going back to back with someone, we see it. We used to see it all the time in grime, basically, and I've grown up with that being such a kind of cool thing to witness. Seeing two vocalists almost doing like a 4-bar each and back-to-back and almost feeding off each other's energy, almost like trying to beat each other with the 4-bar versus 4-bar structure. Works really nicely with these two because, again, they've both got quite smooth voices. They've got very smooth vocal textures. And I think the way they go back and forth with that sort of call and respond factor works really nicely. Again, especially over an instrumental which is so sort of low-end driven, the fact that both of these guys have very sort of smooth mid to high range vocals works really cleanly.
I see this, oh, I see this, oh. Nobody told me what to expect.
That's clean.
Somebody help me make it make sense.
The chorusing on the vocals awesome.
As my whole life done to show.
That's something that's grown as the tune's gone on as well. Like when we were listening to the first the first version of the hook on this, it was pretty much just Laycon with a couple more of the sort of floating vocal textures, but it wasn't the same level of harmony as we're now getting on this one. The fact that we've got Laycon's vocal being backed up by what sounds like a choir that's in a different room. That's kind of the way that it's projected across. It just adds direction, man. It adds evolution to the tune. It shows the tune isn't staying static. It's constantly growing and evolving and being taken to different places. Really, really nice. I'm really, really a fan of this one, man. It's great to see Veeiye actually popping properly as well. How much there's going on in the low end. It's crazy. And I think as well, the fact that both of them are very, very capable of providing those sort of higher pitched sort of melodies on top of this as well, just for the sort of atmospheric layers along the top and the bridging and the sort of harmonizing bits as well. I think they work really well as a duo, to be honest with you. I like the fact that both of them are kind of doing everything on the tune. It's not one person doing the hook and the other person doing that. Obviously, Laycon leads the hook, and for the best part, Veeiye leads the verses, but they definitely cross over. They both get involved in each other's sections. Really, really nice, man. I'm enjoying this one. I think we'll let this one run through to the end and then give our final breakdown. There we go then. Wicked tune. Veeiye, Enter My Head, featuring Laycon. Very smooth video as well. Again, not really much happening in the actual video. It's pretty much just them in a room kind of doing a vocal version of the tune. It looks good though, looks clean, a good visual accompaniment. The highlights for this for me are definitely when that hook starts to expand and we start to hear a more sort of backing vocal layer coming into it. Again, the low end on the actual mix for this one is crazy. I love the use of like 2 or 3 different layers of percussion all in the low end, but still giving them all a lot of room to work with and maneuver. And yeah, I really like the back and forth between both of them. Veeiye and Laycon, definitely a duo I'd want to see again. Clearly, they've got a good kind of chemistry in the studio. And yeah, overall, I definitely enjoyed this one. So out to everyone who was suggesting it on the channel. As always, though, if you are new and you did enjoy this reaction, sort of musical breakdown and technical analysis, then please do get involved by hitting that subscribe button on the right-hand side of the page, turning notifications on, leaving a like, leaving a comment, all that good stuff. And of course, please do feel free to get your requests in via the comment section down below. We do take every single comment that you send in onto the channel and look at them, and we try to get as many of the reactions done as we can. So please do feel free to get involved. That's it from me, though. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and we shall see you all next time. Peace.
Sounding so good right now. But they're sounding a bright and town.
Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel right now, CubCamTV. Stay locked.